Whenever you share the screen, whenever you get a chance. Alrighty, guys, we got a huge matchup here against the UCF Golden Knights and the Maryland Terrapins. Number 6 UCF and 12 Maryland. I'm really excited for this matchup, and I got my buddy Blake in here. Are you ready for this matchup?
Yeah, I'm ready for this matchup. I'm ready to see what's going to happen tonight. Last night we had a pretty good game. Let's see what this one goes tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited for this UCF offense. Super high power, can put up a lot of stats, and you got Maryland here, Maryland as well, a really underrated team. Sometimes some inconsistency, but they're really talented. We got a good return right here by the UCF Golden Knights. We're going to go into a 5 set here. We're going to hike the ball. Good throw right there by Long Armor for about 12 yards to DJ Boone. Yeah, both these offenses can score points. Both these teams extremely talented. Eric Longarmer is a quarterback not a lot of people talk about. He's got some good stats. He can really throw the ball out of the shotgun. Ooh, good throw to Cadillac Jackson for a 22-yard reception. How do you feel about this game? What was your pick at the beginning of the week for this game?
I think my pick for the beginning of this game, I believe, was UCF. And right now they come out slinging it so far.
Yeah, Eric Longarmer is extremely talented. Can really sling that ball. Good throw right there. About 3 yards to Donnell Sullivan. Yeah, I think my pick at the beginning of the week was UCF, but I've seen a lot of good things from Maryland this week. I think they struggled last week against ULL, but they can definitely play. Here we go. Got a pistol set for Long Armor. He's going to throw the ball to Cadillac Jackson for 5-yard reception. UCF likes to do this dink and dunking sometimes. They've got some really talented wide receivers, but you can't underestimate Maryland's defense either.
Yeah, Long Armor, he's going through his reads and he's hitting his open receiver so far. So UCF, they're putting a good drive together this first drive.
Definitely, I got UCF right here with a single back. He's going to run an audible here. Here's a handoff, breaking tackles, and DJ Boone right there with a 3-yard run. Super good run right there. Broke some tackles to get that first down. He definitely would have got it if he wouldn't have used that power he had.
Yeah, that was a great run by Boone. 3 broken tackles. That was a hard-earned 3 yards.
There's a good play action right here. Throw to Spooky Willows. Had some running room there. If he wouldn't have stepped out of bounds, probably would have got the first down on that play right there.
Yeah, Long Armor, he could have got it to him a little bit sooner. He would have stayed in bounds on that play.
We go in the shotgun set. Good throw right there, Long Armor. Good power move by Cadillac Johnson with a stiff arm. Yeah, see him going through his progressions. That first read's open, and he's throwing to it 6 for 6 for 56 yards in this drive. And they're getting no pressure on him. He's having all kinds of time tonight.
Yeah, Cadillac Jackson is his go-to. I mean, he's 3 receptions for 38 yards, so that's over half the yards that Long Armor has already.
Yeah, there's a UCF draw right there that had no gain. We're going back into shotgun set. We're going to make an audible. We're going to do a play action. Good throw to King Flint. Finally said King Flint's name tonight. He's had some huge games here this year. Definitely a number 1 receiver type player. And Eric Lamar is 7 for 7 the first quarter. You can't really ask for any better than that.
No, Long Armor, he's coming out, and he's played a perfect game so far. He's 8 for 8 now with a touchdown. So that
And
was a great job by UCF.
yeah, touchdown UCF. Eric Long Armor to throw to King Flint. Perfect throw right there. UCF drove down the field, 8 for 8 on the drive. 10 plays, 69 yards, 2 minutes 20 seconds, and with the extra point, 7-0. Yeah, UCF came out hot. Can't beat that at all.
Now, if you're Maryland, you want to come out and try to respond to that. You don't want to get down early on a good team like UCF.
No, definitely not. There's an 18-yard return by Kaysen Kane. Yeah, you got to come out and respond. UCF came out, drove down the field, took their time. That 10-play drive right there, you got to come out and respond if you're the Maryland Terrapins. Daniels out there in the pocket. Good throw. A great power move by Gunnar Gunnarsson. That's a talented tight end right there. And Gunnar Gunnarsson with a 1-yard reception. Mari Daniels is a talented quarterback. I would like to see him, have his time, throw the ball. Definitely can make the right read to run a shotgun set. Ball at the 34-yard line. We're going to try to run a screen and a big sack right there for UCF by Malcolm Ali. There's the pressure right there that you need when you have a great quarterback like that, like Amari Daniels. Kind of an opposite of the UCF drive where Maryland couldn't get any pressure. And you see what having a good defensive line with that pressure can get you.
Yeah, UCF, they put pressure on Daniels on that play. I'd like to see more of it, to be honest.
Yes, sir. We got a shotgun set. Throw by Amari Daniels to Ty Bays for 11-yard reception. That's a good throw right there. A good time to get that yardage chunk. It was going to be second and forever. You got 3rd and 11, a little more manageable, but definitely a good position UCF wants to be on these 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12 type yardage. Amari Daniels, he's going to throw off his back foot for incomplete pass. And it looks like we got a flag. We got pass interference here?
That's pass interference.
Wow.
On defense.
Pass interference on Malcolm Ali. That's a huge call right there. I can tell UCF was not very in agreement of that call right there.
Yeah, that was a huge call. UCF, they just gave them a first down and give them a new set of downs.
There's Mari Daniels completion for no gain. I couldn't see who he completed it to. But we're going to go into 2nd and 10. Right here in the shotgun set. Going to hike it. We're going to be in the pocket. Good pressure by UCF. And good knockdown by Archer Ike. UCF defense is swarming to the ball right now. And they're getting that pressure and just kind of avoid those costly penalties.
Yeah, UCF's defense, they're swarming to the ball. They have great coverage downfield. There's very few plays that they have a receiver open.
That's a huge tackle right there to stop the 3rd down conversion. It looks like Maryland's going for it. What do you think of the aggressiveness right here? 4th and 2.
I love it. I love the aggressiveness from Maryland. That just shows, that they're wanting to win this game.
Yeah, and they went to their star running back and Cookie Cutter, who first time mentioned his name tonight. A star freshman running back that really can do things, and you see who the Terps trust when they need a big first down. We're going to go into a route from center. We're in the pocket. And huge sack right there by UCF. I see that pocket kind of flooding in on Amari. He's having to kind of get the happy feet in the pocket a little bit. He's trying to find his time, and these UCF defensive linemen are really putting the pressure on him. We got 2nd and 17 here. What do you think of when that pocket collapses? It definitely gets pressure on you, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, that pocket, the UCF defensive line is just pushing the offensive line backwards. And that was a cover sack, too, because UCF's secondary, had everybody covered.
Yeah, definitely. There's a good 7-yard run by Cookie Cutter. I'd like to see Maryland kind of get Cookie Cutter more involved here. That's only the 2nd run. I only see the 2nd time I've seen him touch the ball this game. Daniels in the pocket. Good throw. Ooh. He might. I don't know if he got a foot in or not. I'd like to see the review on that, but they're going to call it incomplete, and Terps are going to punt it here.
Yeah, that was they had a good drive going, and they just UCF come up big on some certain plays. That was a great stop by UCF. Now Maryland's defense needs to come out and try to get a stop.
Yeah, UCF is going to get the ball here at the 20-yard line. Yeah, it was a good drive by Maryland for sure. We're going to run a draw play there to DJ Boone for a 2-yard loss. Yeah, UCF's come out, responded real well, scored on that first drive, got the first stop. You got to love the momentum here, especially in a hostile crowd here in Maryland. We're going to run a shotgun set right here. 3 receivers on one side. He's going to sit in that pocket. He's got time. And then we got an incomplete pass. Good hit right there by the Maryland defender. That was the first incomplete pass for Longmire here. He's 8 for 9, I believe. We're going to go into a one-back set. Gonna throw the ball to the running back, DJ Boone for 4 yards, and that's a great defensive response right there by Maryland, immediately getting the stop. You gotta love that right there. Get that ball back to the offense.
Yes, that was a great defensive possession for Maryland. Now they get the ball back. They need to do what they did last. Just drive down the field, try to keep getting first downs and get some points on the board.
Yes, sir. 11-yard return by Toxie Jensen right there. Yeah, Maryland got good field position here. You get the ball on your opponent's 49-yard line. You got to drive down the field, get some points. Even if it's a field goal, you got to get some points to respond. It was screenplay deflected by Slurms McKenzie right there. Great defense. Like you said earlier, that UCF coverage is doing its work right now. They're going to a handoff to Cookie Cutter. Breaks a tackle, 5-yard run. I like these runs to Cookie Cutter. He's getting the ball at 5.7-yard average. I like to see him run the ball a little more than they are.
Yeah, he's getting the ball and he's getting his yards. This is the manageable 3rd and 5, so.
Gonna run a screen to Cookie. Gonna let Cookie get the ball, and he's got a 3-yard reception. I like the play call, just needed a little extra blocking downfield. And we're going aggressive again. Maryland's going for it again. Here we go.
I would like to see a run up the middle.
Yeah, we're going to see it. They're set up in a formation. Look like it. Oh, they went with the fullback. Oh, they got a fumble. Andy Rossi with the carry. It was a 7-yard run. It looked like he fumbled, but I think Maryland recovered anyways.
Yeah, that's Maryland's second 4th down conversion.
Yeah, they're getting those 4th down. We got a screen to Cookie Cutter, a 1-yard, a -yard reception, no gain. I like the screen, don't get me wrong, but I really like to see them run the ball up the middle. They got a running back that really can make some moves and put some punishment in the middle. I'd like to see more run plays, personally, from their offense.
Yeah, every time he's touched the ball, he's gained almost at least 5 yards, I believe. So I would like to see some more running from Maryland.
It was a shotgun set, incomplete pass. Would have converted if they would have completed. Maryland's 0 for 3 in their 3rd down conversions, but they're 2 for 2 in 4th down conversions. In the pocket, incomplete pass. I think they believe they should be in field goal range. They are going to kick this field goal from about the 35, 36-yard line here. And we're going to see if they're going to line this up. It is wet out there. It's definitely raining. So let's see if that affects them at all. And the kick is good. So we got Maryland on the board. So UCF is ahead 7-3 here with 1 minute and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. So what did you think of that drive so far from Maryland?
Maryland, they did, they did good on that drive, but like you said, I would like to see some more running with Cookie Cutter.
Yeah, definitely. A 24-yard return from DJ Boone. Yeah, I'd like to see, let Cookie Cutter do his thing. He's a stud. He's a talented kid, and Maryland definitely leans on him a lot. Here we go into a shotgun set. UCF looks like I look at a read option for a second, but he gets a run. And, we're making all kinds of tackles. Oh, he's going to take it to the 24-yard line, 49-yard rush by DJ Boone. Finally got free. He had 3 or 4 run plays here with no gain or maybe 1 or 2 yards, and he finally got free. using that stiff arm to put some punishment on the Maryland Terrapin defender.
What a great run by Boone. They're probably going to challenge it to see if he stepped out of bounds. But those two broken tackles, that was a great run by him.
Most definitely, and boy, it is close.
He's.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, it sure is close.
I think he stepped out.
Let's see. Yeah, they're gonna call him out. So it looks like
either way, that was a great run by Boone, though.
Yeah, it was a great run. It was really hard to tell at first, but yeah, that was a good run. They're gonna get it here on the 44-yard line. Good throw by long armor to DJ Boone for 7 yards.
DJ Boone's coming out doing it all tonight. He's running, he's passing.
Yeah, he's getting all those all-purpose yards tonight. Going to be in a shotgun set here. Long armor's going to be in the pocket. He's got time. And incomplete pass. 10 for 12, 81 yards and a TD. 81 yards in the first quarter. That's a pretty good quarter for a quarterback.
Oh, yeah. 81 yards in the first quarter is good for any quarterback.
Here we go. We're in the pocket. And that's a good, accurate 12-yard reception to King Flint, who's got 3 receptions, 26 yards, and a TD. Other than that TD, he hasn't had any really big catches, but King Flint, I'm sure we'll call his name more often tonight. We're going to run a screen. Boone's got it. Boone's going to take this, and he's taking it, and he looks like he gets hit out about the 6-yard line. 31-yard reception, DJ Boone. And like you said, we got 54 yards in the receiving end. I think about 40 yards in the rushing end. He's been that all-purpose back tonight.
What a great block by that offensive lineman just to spring him ahead. That was a great job. Oh,
true. Very, very true. It was a good pickup by the offensive lineman to open that play up. All right, we're going to go into a shotgun set. UCF's looking. We're going to send Boone in motion. And we looks like a touchdown to Spooky Willow, 6-yard reception. I want to say that was either Spooky Willow's second catch or first catch of the night. I hadn't called his name too much tonight, but that was a huge play right there.
That was his second catch of the night, I believe, because he did catch one earlier.
Ah, yes, that's what it was. And UCF's going to line up for the extra point. And it's good. So UCF 14, Maryland 3 with 41 seconds left in the first quarter. What'd you think of that UCF drive?
Again, UCF, they're coming out firing on all cylinders. They're doing a great job on offense. Maryland needs to get some stops. But Maryland's got the ball now, so let's see if they can put something together here.
Yeah, I definitely think Maryland needs to respond with a touchdown. That was a great return right there for Maryland, getting them to about the 33-yard line, 32-yard line right there. This is good field position. They really need to start right here. There's a running play to Cookie Cutter for 8 yards, and I'm liking what I'm seeing immediately from the Maryland offense right there. They came out with a run play, 8-yard run. He's averaging 6.3 yards a carry. I like that right there, and give me some more Cookie Cutter is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was a great first play on this drive. They just need to keep going to him. He's a playmaker.
Definitely. And we're going to set up the fullback set, and we got a 1-yard run. But we're 3rd and 1, which is great. We're manageable. That's easy. That your high chances of completing a 3rd and 1. And it looks like I think they're going to run the clock out right here for the first quarter and feel each other out. So Maryland's 0 for 4 here in 3rd downs. This is one trend they cannot keep doing. They're going to have to convert these third downs here.
Yeah, the Maryland 0 for 4 on 3rd downs. I mean, they're 2 for 2 on 4th down, but their 3rd downs, they're going to have to start converting their 3rd downs.
Yeah, exactly. But I do love the aggressiveness coming out here from Maryland. So we're going to run into a shotgun set here. We're going to do a read option with Amari Daniels. Good juke. He's going, and he's going to take it all the way to the house right there. 58-yard run, Maryland Terrapins with a touchdown. That was a read option to Cookie Cutter. And see, that's one of those things. You get that run game going with Cookie, you can run that read option, and that UCF defense, they're going to be respecting Cookie Cutter's running ability.
Yeah, that was a great job by Maryland. Daniels, he pulled it out of Cutter's arms, and he took it, and that was a great decision for him.
Yeah, there was a great juke right there on that run play, and we got a return here for UCF about from the 5 yard line, and he looks like he's going to get it to about the 26, 27 yard line, 24-yard return by DJ Boone. Heard his name a lot tonight. Returning the ball, receiving the ball, running the ball. He's doing it all. All right, we got all 5 receivers out for UCF. Long arm's going to throw the ball. And we got a completion DJ Boone, second in inches. Definitely Boone seems like he's just the all-two playmaker right now. They love spamming him the ball right now. We're in like a pistol set. We're gonna do a handoff to Boone again, breaking tackles, breaking another tackle, and a 15-yard run.
Yep.
5 rushes, 36 yards, 7.5 carries. What do you think of the Boone Express tonight?
Yeah, Boone is their go-to guy. He's their playmaker tonight, from what I've seen so far in that first quarter and starting the second quarter.
Yeah, here we're in a shotgun set for UCF. He's got a clean pocket. He's got time, and he's going to throw the ball away. Sometimes you don't like those plays that you don't gain no yardage, but it's always better to throw the ball away than throw that interception that could cost you a drive.
Yeah, it's always better to throw it away, but to me, he still had a little bit more time than that.
Yeah, definitely. There's another completion to DJ Boone. Yeah, there's a trend I'm noticing for long arm. He's sitting in that pocket. His pocket looks clean. It looks like he's got a lot of time. That UCF offensive line is come to play tonight. And there's another open pocket throw right there. Boone's breaking another tackle and another tackle. Broke about 2, maybe 3 tackles right there. And I believe the game froze on my screen. Did it freeze on your screen?
It froze on my screen.
Uh-oh. But I'm going to continue to talk about Boone tonight. Boone has been an all-time playmaker tonight. He is doing it all. Running game, passing game, returning game, you name it. Special teams, offense. He's been that guy. And the Terrapins really need to get some pressure on UCF. Off their defensive line hasn't gotten that pressure and really made long arm really kind of have to roll out of the pocket too much and make him throw off his spot.
Yeah, Maryland's defense. I would like to see their defensive line get more pressure as well. Like you said, they haven't got much pressure tonight. They need to pressure him and see, get him uncomfortable, because he's comfortable back in that pocket tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And you've got a quarterback back there that can kind of camp back in the pocket, not really have to move off his spots. He's going to be accurate, and I think he's been 17 for 18 or something like 16 for 18 or something like that right now, which is insane accuracy stats for the game. I think we might have to message Canes. I think it's on. Let me see if I can DM him. It might be just. They're all blaming Boone. Remember that. Every time it freezes, double the points. Just remember.
Mm-hmm. Double working us.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got an ECFL football game right here with number 6 UCF Golden Knights and the number 12 Maryland Terrapins. It's a rainy, wet day here in Maryland, and we're excited for a great ECFL matchup right here, football game that's going to be bringing us some extremely exciting atmosphere. And here we got a return by the UCF Golden Knights from the goal line. And he's breaking out, and that's a great return. Looks like he's going to get to about the 32, 33-yard line. Are you ready for this game, Blake?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for this game. That was a great return by UCF. They're going to come out, on offense with trips to the left and one to the right. So let's see what they could do.
Yes, sir. We're going to get a shotgun set. And Long Arm's going to throw the ball away. Definitely had some time there, but great coverage right there by the Maryland Terrapins. And we're going to come out, trips to the left again, and he's going to a really quick throw. A good defense right there by Maryland. Maryland's defense has come out, great coverage. Can't ask for any better play so far. Going to come out with a one back. We're going to come out with the set. He's going to throw the ball deep, and it looks like a pick by Maryland, tackled at the 25-yard line, and that's what you get. Beef cutlets right there. Number 14, the strong safety, with a huge pick right there. Turnovers are going to be a huge factor in any game, and Maryland comes out with an interception.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play by Maryland. Their coverage, they had the coverage locked down. It's going to be tough to throw in this rain.
Yeah, most definitely. There's a good 3-yard completion to Gunnarsson right there by Amari Daniels. We'll see if the UCF defensive line can make Amari get out of his pocket, get uncomfortable and have to throw the ball away or try to take some sacks. There's a throw right there. I think that was to Gunnarsson again. Incomplete pass. Good coverage right there by UCF. We got Cookie Cutter out there at running back. You got some great offensive weapons. And we're going to run a shotgun set for the Maryland Terrapins. Amari Daniels in the pocket. He's got time. And it was a good throw, but it was a good hit right there by UCF defender Ali right there. And we're going to go to a punt. What did you think of that defensive stand by UCF?
That was a great defensive stand by the UCF. Maryland Daniels, he had an open receiver right behind that receiver that he threw to. So, that was probably just miscommunication or something, but he had an open receiver.
Yeah, most definitely. It was a 12-yard return by Boone right there. Broke a couple of tackles. UCF's field position's been good both drives here. Now we're starting at about the 36, 37-yard line. In the last drive, we were at the 32. It's a good throw, but great hit right there by Thompson, number 10. It would have been about a 5 to 6 yard completion, but sometimes physicality, you hear those footsteps. Sometimes you make them drop the ball, or a big hit like that. Long arms in the pocket. He's going to take it for a 1-yard rush.
Yeah, that was a big hit by Thompson on that pass to break up that pass, and then Long Armor just tried to come back and do it himself up the middle, and he got stopped for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, definitely. If you can get offense in these 3rd and 9 situations here, and good completion right there to DJ Boone for about a 13 yards. Long Arm sat back there in that pocket, had his time. I struggled here early on in the first quarter, but as you can see, UCF, when he has that time, he can definitely make the throws. And there's another completion right there for about a 7-yard gain to Spooky Willows. When long arm isn't pressured and he's got time and he can sit in that pocket and make his reads, he can make accurate throws. It's really going to come down for me on these two teams is definitely which team can get pressure and force these quarterbacks to make mistakes.
Yeah, long arm Ray. I mean, he's making his throws whenever he's not getting pressured. But Maryland, they're running to the ball, so this is going to be a good game.
Yeah, definitely is a read option right there. Eric Longarmer for a 6-yard run. He's a big old boy for a quarterback too. He's pretty thick. Sometimes we miss big quarterbacks.
I wouldn't want him coming towards me.
Definitely not. And there's an incomplete pass. Great coverage by the Maryland Terrapins. I love the coverage they're doing, but throwing the ball out here, it's wet, it's rainy. That ball's slick. It's going to be hard to hold on to the ball and to throw the ball tonight. There's a good throw to Darnell Sullivan for 14 yards. UCF's driving down the field, taking their time. I like the drive here. See if they'll run the ball this play. But we're going to show the running back in motion. We got a guy 13 on the screen. And that was a great completion, but I wish if he'd have hit a more accurate throw, they probably would have got a 6 to 7 yard gain instead of a 2-yard gain on that play.
Yeah, more accurate throw. That running back wouldn't have had to dive like that.
Yeah, definitely. There's a 10-yard run to DJ Boone, and UCF is in the red zone and knocking on the door. Let's see if the Terrapins can make a stand here.
It looks like they're going to bring the blitz.
It looks like it. They're pressuring. And Longarm's going to take it. And thought he was going to use that weight and size to get in the end zone, but Maryland had other plans and knocked him right back on his butt right there at about the 1 or 2 yard line. Love when your quarterback runs, but sometimes I don't like when my quarterback takes punishment like that.
Yeah, you don't want your quarterback to take too much punishment like that.
UCF in a shotgun set. We're going to run a draw to DJ Boone, and UCF is on the board, 6-0 Golden Knights. And even though it's kind of rainy, you got UCF here. You're from Florida. You're used to rain. This ain't nothing. Florida rains. It floods down there.
Yeah, Florida it gets they get a lot of rain. And that was a great drive by UCF. Way to hold on to the ball. Maryland, they need to come out and put a drive together.
Yeah, definitely. We got a return right here to about the 29-yard line, 23-yard return by Kason Kane. Maryland's got to respond. Drive down the field. We'll see some run plays to Cookie Cutter. I'd like to see, but they're going to run a 5-wide set with no running back in. And good pressure right there by UCF. And that is why you love to see defenders get to the quarterback, because the quarterback has to throw the ball away or makes inaccurate throws because of pressure.
Yeah, that was great pressure by UCF. It was also, great awareness for Daniels to get rid of it.
Definitely, and we got a shotgun set run to Cookie Cutter for a 2-yard loss. UCF read that run play right there perfectly, and we got a 3rd and 12. And as a defense, you love 3rd and 12 because offensive conversion chances are definitely not high. We got Ari in the pocket. He's got all kinds of time. He's throwing about a 60-yard bomb. But UCF's defense, their safeties and cornerbacks, were all over the receivers and had a great coverage right there on that play. And Maryland's going to punt here from about the 27-yard line. And we'll see what this return looks like for the Golden Knights. He's going to return it from about the 32. And Boone's going to take it and get about 13 yards to about the 42, 43-yard line. UCF had good field position every single drive. We both know field position is very important in a football game.
Yeah, you want to have good field position starting out. All 3 drives, UCF has had great field position.
Yes, sir. There's a 5-yard reception to Danielle Sullivan for 5 yards. And I believe we are in Maryland territory at the 47, 48-yard line for UCF. Past midfield. He's in the pocket. He's got all kinds of time. He's going to throw a bomb straight to King Flint for 49 yards. And that was a huge throw by Eric Longarm, showing that awesome arm talent out there, just chunking the football down the field, even in these wet conditions. And Flint showing you his explosive, deep threat abilities. What'd you think of that play right there?
Yeah, that was a great throw by Longarmer. In this rain, that was I'm kind of iffy about the throws like that in the rain, but that was a great pass, and Flint, he got behind the defense, and they ended up with a touchdown as a result of it.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, sometimes you're taking risks with those big throws, but sometimes risk reward. But sometimes you love those big rewards. And when he's got time like that, and the Maryland defense, you're gonna have to get some pressure on him, because if he can sit back there in the pocket and do his thing, he can really chunk the ball. Maryland here in a shotgun set. We're going to see what Amari Daniels can do. And there's a huge sack right there for a 7-yard loss.
Yeah, Maryland's offensive line is they need to block. I mean, that's all it is. UCF's defensive line is getting too much pressure on Daniels.
Yeah, definitely, and that's the tale of the tape sometimes. The offenses, when your quarterback doesn't have time to throw, you don't have time to make plays, and that's kind of a big deal in college football these days. And we got a good run by him Hawkins for about 3 or 4 yards. 3rd and 14, and here we go again. 3rd and 14, 3rd and 12. UCF keeps getting Maryland in these long 3rd down conversions, and there's another sack for UCF by Dick Brickley right there for about a 7-yard loss. And, when you get into 3rd and 17, 3rd and 16, what do you have to do? You got to take some time for those receivers to get 5, 10, 15 yards down the field. And what does he not have right now? He doesn't have time, because these UCF defensive linemen are all over him.
Yeah, UCF's defensive linemen they're getting through the offensive line, and they're pressuring him pretty good. So, I mean, Maryland's offensive line needs to do something.
Definitely. There's a 9-yard return by DJ Boone, and here we go. UCF getting the ball on their opponent's other side of the field. It's the best field position they've gotten yet, here at about the 47-yard line. Winning the field position battle today. And Longarm's going to throw another bomb. I think his receiver did not run as that deep, but, sometimes you just got to let it fly. No loss, no harm, no foul. And we're going to go 2nd and 10. Running a shotgun set. 2 receivers on each side. Longarm's going to get in the pocket again. He's got all kinds of time, and he's going to throw about a 4-yard gain to Spooky Willows.
A 4-yard gain. It's 3rd and 6, so it's a manageable 3rd down. Maryland needs to get a stop here, though.
Yeah, definitely. We got to see Maryland, see if they can get some pressure on him. Don't let him throw these short balls. They sent the house, and the Maryland defender tried to intercept it and missed it. And Donnell Sullivan only had one man to beat the tight end for UCF and took it to the house. I saw what the Maryland defender was trying to do. He tried to get that interception, and he just mistimed it way too early. And sometimes that's that risk and reward situation.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great play by UCF. Maryland's defense, he tried to make a play on the ball. And like you said, you got to risk it for a reward. And just that time he did. He come up short.
Yeah, definitely. And UCF 21, Maryland 0 with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in the first quarter. We got a Maryland return here to about the 20-yard line, 19-yard return by Ty Bays. And look at that UCF defensive stats. Negative 10 yards, a -1 average, and 2 sacks. You, as a defensive coordinator, you cannot be any more prouder than your defense in this first quarter so far.
Yeah, UCF's defense is doing a great job of holding Maryland to negative yardage right now.
And there's a good throw right there by Amari Daniels for about 7 yards, and that's one of the first plays so far this drive. He had time. The Maryland offensive line really picked up on that play.
Yeah, and that was a great slant route by the receiver as well. So let's see if they can put a drive together and get downfield.
And we'll see if Maryland can get some momentum going. We're running. There's an incomplete pass. Looks like Malcolm Ali on the play. We got 3rd and 3, but we got a manageable 3rd down here. I like to see if they can get the ball in Cookie Cutter's hands. We're going to be in a shotgun here. Maybe they'll run a play action. Doesn't look like it. We're going to be in the pocket. He got pressured, and there you go. That's the tale of the game right now so far for UCF. Is even when they're not getting sacks, they're getting those QB hurries, and you can see Amari's feeling that pressure because he's having to throw the ball earlier than he really wants to.
Yeah, that play, he had a receiver open. It's just that pressure made him steal it.
And that's sometimes why the defensive line is such an important aspect of the game. And there's got a return right there by UCF to about the 42-yard line. And field position again, I don't think UCF's had a worse start than the 34, 35-yard line tonight. And there's a good throw, good juke. And Daniel Sullivan's going to take it for 13 yards, 4 receptions, 72 yards, and a TD. He's come out to play. Eric Longarmer with 147 yards, 2 TDs, and 1 interception in that first quarter. He is slinging that rock tonight.
Yeah, Longarmer was doing a great job, getting his team downfield and putting points on the board. This is UCF's 5th possession, I believe. And like you said, their field position has been great on every single one.
Yes, sir. And DJ Boone right there with a 1-yard rush. Longhorn with 137 yards in the first quarter. That's some crazy stats in that first quarter in the yardage department. We'll have to keep track on that because that's on a pace for some record stats. DJ Boone with a 2-yard run right there, or excuse me, a negative 2-yard run. Copeland with the stop, and we're going 2nd and 12 from the 36-yard line of Maryland. We're going to send Boone in motion, and he's going to throw it to his receiver, and he fumbled. Cadillac Johnson, I think it looked like he fumbled. It was a 14-yard reception. The way the Maryland defenders rushed the ball kind of jumped around. Wasn't sure, but they recovered it anyways. And here we're going to go to a pistol run play to DJ Boone for 10 yards, 2nd and inches. And I see they're starting to get Boone in the running attack here, starting to do some run plays. They've been throwing the ball so well, and I'm sure Maryland's starting to try to run into some pass defenses, trying to move some guys off the ball. And here we go. Got a run play to Boone again. Or excuse me, that was Spooky Willows, right there for a 1-yard rush. And 1st and 10 for UCF.
Yeah, UCF has put a drive together. They're mainly running on this drive, and, I like to see that. Longarmer, just got no yards on that run.
Keep going, sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's a tackle right there by Jace Copeland. I've seen Jace Copeland's name a couple times in this drive from Maryland. We had an option play there. Didn't work. Another read option play. Long arm's going to run, and there's a huge tackle right there from Maryland. There's a 2-yard rush. I see Maryland's, they're putting their guys up. They're reading those option plays. They're not biting. And whenever long arm keeps it or is giving it, they're not biting on the option plays, too, which is good. They just need to figure out that pass defense tonight. Going to run an offset shotgun here. Long arm's got time. And it looked like he hit his receiver. I don't know if that was a drop or he just heard the footsteps there. I think he heard the footsteps, and we got a field goal right here for UCF.
Yeah, if you're Maryland, you got to be proud with that stop. I mean, you held them, you're holding them to 3 points. So that was a great defensive possession, in my opinion, by Maryland on this drive.
Yeah, definitely. And we got a field goal by UCF, and it's good. UCF up 24-0 over Maryland with 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Maryland's going to return this football to about the 23-yard line. 16-yard return by Ty Bays. And we'll see what Maryland's final play of the first quarter will be here. See if they're going to hand off to Cookie Cutter. Nope, they're going to throw the ball here. He's got time. He's got a good pocket. He's going to throw it deep.
And he got his receiver.
Yes, sir. 55-yard reception to Gunnar Gunnarsson. And what do you think of that first quarter so far, Blake?
That first quarter, I mean, it's gonna be a game. Maryland's got to get some points on the board. UCF is playing great, offense and defensive wise. They're getting pressure on Daniels. Maryland's got to do something.
Sometimes you gotta aim for that gold knight back there. There we go, in a shotgun. Maury Daniels gonna send a guy in motion. Looks like Gunnarson's in motion. He's got time. He's got a good pocket. There's a good throw right there to Gunnarsson, and he's gonna get that first down. I see Maryland's passing attack this drive. It's working. There's some flow there. He's got time, and he's not getting pressured too hard.
Yeah, Gunnarsson is 3 for receptions for 71 yards, so he's having a good night so far.
There's a big sack right there for Bonzino Bapino, who's got 2 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss in his first sack of the night. Second and goal for Maryland. That's huge right there for UCF. Push them back to about the 12 to 13 yard line, second and goal. Make it to where it's really hard to score. Here we go. Maryland's under center. We're gonna get a run play to Cookie Cutter. I like the call. Try to get Cookie Cutter involved. 2-yard run. Third and goal here. We'll see what Maryland draws up. But you gotta love what UCF's defense is doing. And even if they allow some points here. If they can keep Maryland to a field goal, that's a win.
Yeah, Maryland, I would like to see them score on this drive, and I was just fixing to say they need to go to Cookie Cutter, and they did, but it just wasn't enough. Great stop by UCF. Maryland try to get this field goal here.
And Maryland's going to kick this from about the 8 or 9 yard line, and it's good. We got UCF 24, Maryland 3. Good. It's good for Maryland to get some points on the board, gain a little bit of momentum here. It's not 100% what you want, but it's better than 0. And for UCF, you're happy. 3 points, yeah, you gave it up, but that 24-point lead that you had before this field goal, you got the momentum, you got the scores, you got the point advantage, and your defense has been playing good. That's the first points they've given up all night. So you definitely like to only give up 3 in that possession.
Yeah, Maryland, they put a great drive together. Unfortunately, they didn't get the touchdown on that drive, but let's see if their defense can get a stop and get the ball back.
We got 5 wide. We're going to send a man in motion. Long arm's going to pump fake. He's going to throw the screen, and Spooky Willows is going to get no gain. Maryland read that screen really well. Pump fake did not work, and Maryland read that screen like a open book.
Yeah, they read that screen very well. There for a second, I thought he fumbled it because the camera kind of acted like he fumbled it, but he held on to it for no yards. Great job by Maryland covering it.
Got a play action, and I think that was a drop right there. I think you heard some footsteps. I'm not sure if that was batted by the defender or that was a straight drop. It was hard to tell, but I think it was a drop. And we're gonna run a receiver in motion. Long arm's gonna be in the pocket. He's got time. Good throw, broken tackle, another broken tackle, and an 18-yard reception by King Flint, who's got 2 receptions for 67 yards at a 33.5 average. And Eric Longarmer has 189 yards here so far in the first half, with still 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was a killer for Maryland's defense. I mean, they have one more to get them, get their defense off the field, and UCF just, that zone coverage, they're killing that zone coverage.
And definitely the play action off the screen. Flint's going to get a broken tackle, and Flint got absolutely drilled, but he did get that first down. Flint might be seeing stars on that one. He got drilled. We're going to go into shotgun set, fake the option. We're going to get a broken tackle by Cadillac Jackson for 4 yards. And UCF, I don't know if they've ran more than 2 or 3 run plays this entire game. They were really confident in Long Armor's ability to throw the football.
Yeah, I mean they're confident in in Long Armor getting the ball to his receivers, and I mean he's doing a good job. He's 16 for 24, 213 yards and 2 touchdowns, so he's doing his job. Maryland just needs to get a stop.
Yeah, Maryland's got to get some pressure on him. He's got time, and that was a completion to Donnell Sullivan. I was hard to tell that he completed that ball right there. A good catch by Sullivan. It was kind of a little bit of a wide throw, but good catch for a gain of 1 yard. But the trend I'm seeing is Maryland's not getting pressure on him. So he's got that open pocket. He can throw the ball, and there's a 10-yard reception to Spooky Willows. And Long Armor spreading the ball out. I'm seeing a lot of receivers for UCF getting the football. We're going to do a shotgun set. I apologize. Keep going.
You're good. Yeah, he was. Maryland, they got to get pressure on him. I mean, he's like I said earlier, he's getting too comfortable in that pocket.
Yeah, we had a screenplay right there. It was an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. And we had a good throw right there to Spooky Willows for 10 yards. And like we've been saying, pressure's been a big deal.
Yeah, they got pressure on him at that time. It's just he got the ball out a little bit quicker. There's the pressure that I'd like to see from Maryland's defense. That was a great job.
Yes, sir. That's what Maryland needs right there. They need that pressure. See if they can get Long Armor to make a mistake here. Throw the ball earlier than he wants to. And there's a good throw inside to King Flint for 6 yards. And this is a big drive, or a big possession and big play for Maryland right here. They got to hold them to a field goal right here. They can't really afford another 7 points. Or 6 points, excuse me. We're going to shotgun set. He's got time. And there's about a 5-yard completion to Boone, and Maryland stepped up. We'll see if UCF's going to go for it. No, they're not. They're going to kick the field goal.
Yeah, that's a big win for Maryland's defense. I mean, yeah, you're giving up 3 points, but that's a big win. You couldn't afford another touchdown in that situation. So that was a great stand by Maryland's defense. Their offense needs to come out and move the ball down the field.
And definitely, we got a touchback here by Maryland. I guess they're going to get the ball at the 20-yard line. Oh, 25-yard line, excuse me. Daniels has got the ball. He's got a clean pocket. He's going to throw a 5-yard reception there to Verbal Kent. First time we've heard his name tonight. Another star receiver for Maryland that's had some really good stats this year. Been a consistent receiver. Like to see his name get called a little more tonight so far. We're on a shotgun set. Daniels is going to throw it, and that was a dangerous pass. It was double covered, maybe even triple covered by UCF.
Yeah, you can't afford to throw into double coverage or triple coverage like that. Maryland's lucky that wasn't intercepted.
We got Maryland in shotgun, and there's another incomplete pass. Percy Cooper Jr. with the deflection. Daniels 6 for 15 for 87 yards. And, Maryland has a really good rushing attack. Cookie Cutter has got some excellent stats, an excellent running back, one of the best names in the league. And, with this 27-3 lead, sometimes it's hard to run the ball when you're down so much because you're worried about time, preserving time. Okay, yeah, for the shotgun set. Long Armor's in the pocket. He's going to throw that screen to Boone. Boone's going to break a tackle and get 3 yards. Boone with 3 receptions, 19 yards in the passing game. We're going to send a player in option. In motion, excuse me. And we got a reception to Spooky Willows. What do you think about these motion sets? UCF likes getting these guys moving down the line, and moving around and kind of causing the Maryland defense kind of to adjust.
Yeah, UCF has been using motion almost the whole game, and that's throwing Maryland's defense off because they're not able to adjust on the fly. What it's looking like. Um, Maybe at halftime they can make some adjustments on that.
And there's a run play to DJ Boone for 4 yards. He's got 6 rushes for 24 yards tonight. He's had some good run plays. Wondering if UCF's going to run the ball a little bit more. They're going to continue their pass-heavy offense. And there's a draw play as soon as I said it to DJ Boone for a 1-yard loss. Nicole King III with the tackle for loss. At total yards, the Telltale UCF has 305 total yards to 72 total yards by Maryland. And there's a screen play and a broken tackle, and Cadillac Jackson's going to get 2 yards on the screen. Big play right here from Maryland. UCF still definitely in field goal range, but this is a big play for that Maryland defensive line. See if they can get a sack or get some pressure on Long Armor. Long Armor's got a lot of time, plenty of time to sit in that pocket. And there's a 4-yard reception to DJ Boone. And we'll see what UCF decides to do. Looks like they're going to kick the field goal from about the 22-21 yard line here. 2 for 2 for the night on field goals. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. UCF 3 for 3 on field goals. We got UCF 30, Maryland 3 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second quarter. We got a kickoff here by UCF. And Maryland's going to return this ball from about the 1 yard line. We got a good return to about the 26, 25 yard line by Kaysen Kane. So what do we think Maryland's got to do on this drive for sure?
Maryland, on this drive, you got to get it to your playmakers. I mean, Cookie Cutter, they haven't really used him tonight. So I'd like to see him get him more involved. The offensive line needs to block. As I was saying, they go to Cookie Cutter for 7 yards. That was a great play.
Yeah, definitely. Mari Daniels had his time. Throw it to Cookie Cutter. That's exactly what we were saying all night. You know, they got this talented back. He can do it all, receiving, running. We'll definitely see him get involved. And there's a good completion to him, Hawkins. Definitely see if they can maybe open up the passing game by using the run game a little bit. Maybe running some play action. I don't know. We'll see if they can get something open here. He's got a lot of time and a huge defensive play right there by UCF. But the thing I've noticed about UCF has really had great coverage on the deep balls. Anything past 7 or 8 yards, they've been on every throw.
Yeah, UCF has been doing good on the deep balls. If I was Maryland, I'd try to do them medium routes like an out route, 5 and out, or slants or something. Those have pretty much been open. UCF is, had trouble with those, but the deep balls, they got them on lock.
Yeah, definitely. And then you got Maryland's 0 for 6 in third down conversions, so that can never be good for an offense. Starting out 3rd and 13 here. He's got a lot of time. He's going to throw it deep. And there's an interception by UCF. A huge interception, and like we were saying, as first interception of Amari Daniels for the game. Archer Ike with a huge pick, got both feet in. Like we were saying with UCF's safeties and corners on the deep end, they've been playing great defense. And this is a big possession right here for UCF. See if they can drive down and get some more points before half.
Yeah, and Maryland. I mean, that was a great defensive play by Maryland right there. But that play that last play from Maryland on that last drive, I've noticed he's been lobbing on the deep passes instead of trying to get it to his receiver as quick as possible, and it ended up with a interception.
Right there, a huge sack by Little Cy. First sack of the night for him. And that looks like a definition of a coverage sack right there. Longarm had plenty of time, but it didn't look like he was confident in anything he could see open downfield. It looks like the coverage for Maryland was so tight that he ran out of time and Maryland got to him.
Yeah, that was a great cover sack by Maryland on that play. It's 3rd and 11. Let's see if you can get out your defense off the field.
And there's a huge 32-yard reception to Spooky Willows, and looks like we're going into faster play. We're going into a hurry up here by UCF. We're going to shotgun. Got time. Going to throw it to, a good juke and broken tackle to Donnell Sullivan for 24 yards. Long arms, third touchdown pass of the night, and he's up over 300 yards throwing before the half. Definitely can't ask for any more from your quarterback, and I know going into halftime he's going to be definitely happy with over 300 yards there in the first half. And I think Sullivan, that might have been his second touchdown of the night receiving.
Yeah, I think that was Sullivan's second touchdown for the night. He's having a game tonight.
And we got a 20-yard return by Kason Kane. We'll see what the Maryland offense can do here before the half. They really need to drive down the field, score some points, at least get something going before the half. Daniels is going to be in. He's going to throw it deep. Huge play right there. 44-yard reception to him, Hawkins, and it looks like they're going to call a timeout. That's exactly the big play they needed. First big throw in a while tonight. Daniels.
Yeah, that was a great play by Daniels getting the ball down the field. Great play, by Hawkins by catching the ball, especially in this weather like it is.
Definitely. We got Maryland under center here. He's going to take his 5 steps, drop, and there's the pressure by UCF. And Daniels has been hearing UCF defender footsteps all night, and Maryland's 0 for 7 on third down conversions, and that just can't be good for an offense.
0 for 7, and they actually convert this one, so now they're 1 for 8, which that could give them a little momentum. I mean,
yeah, that's the momentum you need right there. First third down conversion right here on the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone. We'll see if they can get some points. And there's a deep throw just kind of threw it away. I think he just saw no one open, just kind of seeing what he could find, threw it away. They still got a timeout here. Got plenty of time. See if they can get a throw down the middle, maybe call a timeout or throw it out of bounds. Or throw it on the sideline, get a receiver catching the line. We got 19 seconds left. We'll see what Maryland draws up here. I'm assuming they're going to go for that first down line. See if they call timeout beforehand, maybe make a couple chances to score. And they're going to run a draw to Cookie Cutter for 9 yards. That was a surprise draw play. It actually caught UCF off guard a little bit. But it looks like they're going to kick the field goal nonetheless.
Yeah, they're going to just run this clock down and kick the field goal and go into halftime and regroup.
And Maryland kicks the field goal. So UCF 37, Maryland 6 going into halftime. Maryland got those 3 points there at the half, which is definitely a positive experience, but they're down, 31. So what do you think the keys for Maryland in this next half to get back in this game?
Get pressure on UCF's quarterback, on Long Armor. He has too much time back there in the pocket, and he's comfortable. Your defensive line needs to get pressure on him, and rattle him a little bit. As far as their offense, they just, they need to get the ball to their playmakers and get the ball downfield to get some points on the board.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. On the offensive side for Maryland, I definitely like to see Cookie Cutter more involved. As you can see, that -6 rush yards. They have such a talented back that is a top 5, top 6 leader in rushing right now. It's got a bunch of talent, potential as a running back, and definitely like to see him get more involved in this game. And you see time of possession, 11 minutes to 6 minutes. As you can see, UCF has had the ball, and they've had it for a long time. Like to see Maryland hold on to that ball, and their defense, I'm sure, is getting tired.
Yeah, their defense has been on the field a lot tonight, as you can see, because of the time of possession. This half, I would like to see, Maryland keep the ball more.
Yeah, with that 53 plays to 30, that's a whole 20 plays on offense, and 16 first downs to 5. But Maryland's getting the ball here in the half. Big first drive of the half right here. We'll see what Maryland draws up. We're going to run a shotgun set. Mari Daniels going to be in the pocket. He's going to throw it. And incomplete pass. The UCF pressure caused him to throw it. I think the Maryland receiver had a chance to get his hands on it, but the coverage was very tight.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Daniels, and his receiver was there. It's just the coverage was too good from UCF.
And there's more good coverage from UCF right there. Back to these third down, third 10, third and 12, long third downs. 1 for 9 on third down. We'll see if Maryland can escape that trend. He's got time in the pocket, and it looks like an interception, and it looks like he's going to take it to the house. UCF with a pick six, what's that, smash with a return, pick six, UCF, and that is disastrous. This is not something you want to see from if you're a Maryland fan.
Yes, that is not something that you wanted coming out after halftime. If you're Maryland, UCF, they've been doing it all night long. Offense, defense, they're on point tonight. Maryland just needs to try to do the best they can and get the ball down the field and get some more points on the board.
Yeah, most definitely. UCF with that score, they're up. Was it 42 points? Yeah, 44-6. It's definitely going to be a hard drive. We're going to have a throw to Mari Daniels deep and a huge interception. I think it returned at about 15 to 20 yards. I think around 38. Excuse me, a 38-point lead, and that was Ike with the interception there. Returned it for about 15 yards. Mari Daniels, definitely 2 possessions right there. He'd like to come back with a pick six and immediately throwing an interception deep. That's a testament to that UCF coverage right there, especially in the safety and cornerbacks. Their deep coverage has been great tonight.
Yeah, UCF, their coverage has been great. Maryland, those 2 drives, Daniels wants those back. UCF, they're getting pressure on the quarterback. Their coverage is, their secondary is covering their receivers like they're supposed to. Their defense is playing almost a perfect game.
All right, UCF's going to go into a shotgun set. We'll see if UCF's going to run the ball more, but it looks like they're going to throw the ball again. Longarm's going to sit in that pocket, and he's going to throw a 6-yard reception. Looks like UCF ain't changing nothing from the game plan. They're going to continue to do what is successful and keep their foot on the gas. Run another shotgun set for UCF here. Longarm's going to be in that pocket. He's got plenty of time. Steps up in the pocket. And a huge deflection by Miguel Diaz. He had that for interception but dropped it. But good coverage nonetheless.
Yeah, that was great coverage by Maryland on that play.
Longarm's going to sit in that pocket. They're going to throw the screen to Boone. And good coverage of the screen by Maryland. 4-yard loss for UCF. And I see Maryland's trying to bat that ball out, the defender. But you got to love the reading the screen, staying home, and covering your guy there. We got a 3rd and 14 here. Big play right here for your Maryland defense. See if they can get the ball back without UCF getting any points.
Yeah, we talked at the half that Maryland, their defense needs to get off the field, and that was a great deflection by their defense. To get their defense off the field. So now their offense needs to come out and respond and get drive down the field and get some points.
Got us a punt right here by UCF. Looks like it's going to go into the back of the end zone. We've got some highlights of some of these interceptions here in the second half. Those first 2 drives from Maryland have been a turnover and a turnover. I would like to see if Maryland can put a drive together and not have any turnovers. We'll see if Mari Daniels talking to his coach here. See if he can, get that shakiness out. Get into a rhythm here and trust himself. He's gonna be in a shotgun set. He's gonna pump fake the screen. And he's going to throw it, and it looks like his receiver dropped it. Going to be 2nd and 10 here. Play selection: 31 passes, 7 runs. They've been straying away from the run game tonight, pretty much all night. There's a good 23-yard reception to Ty Bays.
Yeah, they've been straying away from the run game. I mean, I'd like to see more runs, but that was a great pass by Daniels as well on that corner route.
Yeah, it was a pretty great over-shoulder the catch by Ty Bays, and like you said, a beautiful throw by Mari Daniels. He's going to be in that pocket. You get a little bit of pressure. He's going to throw it, and looks like an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 from about the 43, 42-yard line. Going to be in a shotgun set. We're going to hand the draw to Cookie Cutter, and a good defensive reaction right there by UCF. Styles Stern with the tackle for loss. Cookie Cutter with 4 rushes, 8 yards. Somehow we got to get him involved, maybe in the screen department, maybe even running him in motion. See if they can get him moving around. I've got Gunnarsson moving in a option or a motion there to pick up the extra defender, and an incomplete pass deflected by Ray Smash. We're going to punt formation for Maryland here. And the punt's good. And we got a return from the 15. And he's going to take it to about the 29-yard line. 12-yard return by DJ Bush. And you can see the highlights here of some of the throws from earlier in the first half. Yeah, Long Arms had a great game. I want to say he might be at 350 passing yards. I want to see the stat line. 334. Yeah, 3 TDs and a pick. Definitely can't beat that. We'll see if UCF comes out throwing still. Yeah, do the hot route. He's going to send that pocket there. He got some pressure, but he gets that ball off quick to King Flint right there for 10 yards. Flint on the night, 6 receptions for 99 yards and a TD. He's almost over the century mark, just a yard to go.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Long Armor to get the ball out of there before the pressure got to him. A great run by DJ Boone right there.
Yeah, DJ Boone with 8 rushes, 30 yards. He's been kind of more in the receiving game tonight, but when they don't call his number on the run play, he's definitely been doing his job. We're going to run a 5-wide set. Boone's going to be, Long Arm's going to be alone in the pocket. He's going to fake the screen. He's going to throw the screen anyways. And it's going to be a 1-yard loss. Spooky Willows with his 10th reception of the game. He's got 81 yards tonight. The screenplay, I will say Maryland's covered the screenplay really well. It's really been the long, big plays, the 30, 40-yard throws that's really hurt them tonight.
Yeah, Maryland, they've been doing good on, the screenplays and the medium routes. But the long routes is what's killing Maryland tonight.
And then we have the read option with Eric Longarm. And Maryland covered that really well. He only got a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 10 for the UCF Golden Knights. And they're going to have the ball here from about the 46.5-yard line.
Let's see if Maryland can get their defense off the field on this play.
And there's a big coverage right there by Beef Cutlets. And Maryland's defense again, that's the 2nd straight possession they stop UCF and get themselves off the field. So it looks like that Maryland defense is doing its job. They just got to get this offense that's been sputtering going.
Yeah, Maryland's defense has been playing. They haven't been playing great, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. Like we was talking a while ago, it's the long, deep balls that's getting them. They've been playing the screens great. They've been playing runs great. Their offense just needs to get going.
Definitely got Maryland here. Shotgun set. Daniels got the ball. And there's a completion to Cookie Cutter for 5 yards. His 4th reception of the night. I like to see him getting involved in the offense, even if they're going to have to throw to him more just because of what they're down by. this late in the game, but I like to see him involved. He's a talented back. He can kind of do it all. Here we go in a shotgun set with Amari Daniels and Cookie Cutter. Gonna be in the pocket. He's got a good pocket. And a broken tackle right there by Onyx Frost. 5-yard reception. Got the first down. We'll see if they can build that momentum. I like to see them. I like to see Daniel spread the ball out. There's that 5-yard, little route that we're looking for. We're looking for these 5 to 7-yard throws. He's got time, and he's going to get sacked right there by Bazzino Pepino for his second sack. 3 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, and a sack. Pepino's been on the quarterback tonight. I think he's got some hurries, too.
Yeah, that defensive line is, they've been on Daniels all night long, and that was a cover sack, so they had their secondary had great coverage on that play.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a 7-yard reception to Gunnar Gunnarsson, 4th reception, 78 yards. That's the first time I think he caught his name in the second half. He had a good first half. There you go, 1 for 11 and 3rd downs. It's been kind of the story of Maryland's offense here. Daniels in the pocket, and he's going to get almost sacked, and he threw the ball down on the ground for an incompletion. But that's UCF's defense right there, getting that pressure. And like we've been saying all night, UCF defensive line and defensive end, just defensive line in general, they've been just getting pressure after pressure after pressure on Daniels, and Daniels really hasn't been able to make the decisions he wants to make. 19-yard return by DJ Boone.
Yeah, Daniels, he's been hurried. He hasn't been able to go through his reads. It's a great job by UCF defense.
We got Long Armor with time. About a 12-yard throw right there to DJ Boone. He's got 7 receptions for 40 yards. Eric Longmire over the 350 mark. He's had a great night. They continue to throw the ball. It looks like they're not going to stray from that game plan anytime soon. And there's a throw right there to Darnell Sullivan for 11-yard reception. He's got 9 for 127, 2 TDs. He's had a night as a receiver.
Yeah, all these receivers from UCF, all of them's had a great night tonight. Even DJ Boone in the receiving end, 8 receptions for 42 yards. So he's had a pretty good night in the receiving end as well. Maryland, they need to get a stop.
They definitely got Long Armor in the pocket. And there's a 5-yard reception to Darnell Sullivan, 10th reception of the night. He's up to 132 yards. Long Armor's up to 51 pass attempts. Can't say his arm has not been worked tonight. Probably going to have to ice it after tonight. He's been throwing the ball a bunch.
Yeah, and I did not expect this, especially in this rain and this weather like this. I did not expect him to pass 50-something times.
Yeah, definitely not. There's a 5-yard reception to Darnell Sullivan. 11th reception of the night. Almost to the 380 mark. There's a good tackle by Beef Cutlets. And 100% red zone efficiency for UCF. There's a good throw to DJ Boone for a 7-yard gain. And one thing I like about Long Armor is, as you can see, when the defense gives him something, he takes it. He goes for the long pass sometimes, but when there's a guy open 5 to 7 yards and he knows he can make a positive play for the offense, he's going to throw it to that open guy and move on to the next play, which has been working great for him all night. Yeah,
he's took a couple of deep shots, but most of the time, like you said, he's taking what the defense gives him. If the defense gives it to you, take it. And that's been working all night for UCF.
Yeah, UCF 5 for 11 on their 3rd down conversions. 3rd and 5 here. Going to send a man in motion. He's got time in the pocket. And there's a reception to King Flint for 6 yards and the first down. Flint with his 7th reception, and he's over the century mark tonight. UCF's in a shotgun formation here. Send a man in motion. We're going to run some time off the clock here. They're going to run a draw play to Boone, and Boone's going to take it to the house for a 9-yard run. And UCF drops 50 so far tonight. 9 plays, 51 yards, 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Ran some time off the clock, and extra point is good. So UCF is up 51-6 with a minute and 23 seconds left. Oh, we got a fumble. He dropped the return there. That definitely hurt the momentum of the return. I think they only returned it to about the 15, 16-yard line there on the dropped return. No, the 19-yard line, excuse me. Maryland's going to be here in a shotgun set. Daniel's going to have the ball. He's going to run the screen. And Cookie Cutter gets out of it, but gets a 1-yard loss. But that was a good play by Cookie Cutter to get off that defender and try to get it back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know, the lineman there kind of missed his blocks. The lineman didn't really pick up. Got to see a little more from the Maryland offensive line.
Yeah, that was... excuse me. That was a great play by Cutter to try to get, back to the line of scrimmage. Unfortunately, he just came up a little short. But that was a great pass by Daniels right there. That was right on the mark to Kent.
Yeah, right through that tight window, right between those two defenders. Perfect throw by Amari Daniels, one of the better throws of the night. A 30-yard reception to Verbal Kent. Second time. I think that's only about his second or third reception of the night. Going into shotgun formation. Daniels has got time. And he's going to throw a 4-yard reception to Cookie Cutter. 6th reception of the night. Like to see more Cookie Cutter. We'll see if they can get some of these other receivers like Gunnarsson going. Daniels in shotgun. He's going to throw it. And there's a reception. I didn't see who that was. Oh, there's Cookie Cutter again. Cookie Cutter again. Like to see it. Malcolm Ali with the tackle. We got 3rd and 2. Definitely probably want to see some more urgency from the Maryland Terrapins offense. 1 for 12 tonight in 3rd downs. Definitely not a good story for the offense. They're going to run a run play to Cookie Cutter for 6 yards.
Yeah, that was a great run by Cookie Cutter. Unfortunately, this game, they're down 51-6, and it's the end of the 3rd quarter now. But do you still want to try to stay, still get the ball down the field, put some more points on the board to make this even better, to make this a better game?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. They're going to have the ball here from the 41-yard line. We'll see what they're going to do. Amari Daniels got time. He's going to get pressured, and it's going to be an 8-yard sack by Styles Stern, who has 3 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, and a sack tonight. I don't know how many sacks the UCF defense has, but I think they at least have 5 as a team. They've been doing very well for themselves.
Yeah, they've been...
Sorry, but a shotgun set for Amari Daniels. He's going to throw right there, a 6-yard reception. Keep going, sorry.
Yeah, no, they're good. They've been getting pressure on him all night. I think they have at least 5 I know of.
And there's Jagger Cash with the tackle there. That was the the Terrapins do have 2 third down conversions now. They're 2 for 13, I think I just saw. Or 2 for 12. Maybe 2 for 13. 3rd and 12 here. Daniel's got time. He's going to step up in the pocket, make a big throw. And Gunnarsson right there with a 35-yard reception. That's the third down conversion of the night for them. Gunnarsson with his 5th reception, 113 yards. He's over the century mark tonight. He's been one of the few bright spots of the Maryland offense tonight.
Yeah, Gunnarsson, he's had a great game tonight. Like you just said, 5 receptions for 113 yards. So he's been the go-to guy. It's just they haven't been able to convert them 3rd downs.
And there's a 1-yard rush to Cookie Cutter's 6th rush of the night. And Malcolm Ali with his 7th tackle, 1 tackle for loss. I've seen a lot of Malcolm Ali tonight. He's been stopping the run. He's had some pass deflections, and he has a tackle for loss. He's been doing a lot of good plays tonight. We're gonna run a goal line setup, and Cookie Cutter with another 1-yard rush. 7th rush of the night for him. I'd like to see more Cookie Cutter, but we'll see if they can get him going. We're going to be in a shotgun set. We're going to send a man in motion. Daniels has got plenty of time. He's going to throw it in the back corner. And Hawkins with the catch for the touchdown. It looked like, to me, he got 1 foot down. We'll see. I think he definitely did. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he got 1 foot in for sure. Maybe even 2. Well, we're going to get the booth review anyways.
Yeah, he got a foot down. That was a great play by Hawkins.
He got both foot down.
Yeah, great throw by Daniels. That was a great drive by Maryland there.
Definitely, and that would be good on Sundays as well as Saturday night. That would be good on Sunday night, and that's a great touchdown by Hawkins. And after the extra point, Maryland gets 13. So it's 51. UCF has 51. Maryland has 13 with 7 minutes and 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Got a return here by UCF. And DJ Boone with a 23-yard return.
Yeah, with UCF being up this big, almost by 38 points, I would think we would start seeing a lot more Boone.
Yeah, you think, like you said, run the ball, run some clock out. 1-yard reception right there off the screen to Spooky Willows for his 11th reception of the game. But I love Eric Longarmer. 9th tackle tonight by Casey Kane. One thing I will say about UCF, they've really relied on Longarmer. They really like throwing the ball, but I agree. They definitely need to start running the ball and see if they can run some clock out. They definitely have more than enough offense so far tonight. Longarmer's going to camp back in the pocket. He's going to make a 9-yard reception to DJ Boone. 10th reception of the night. We're going to be 3rd and inches. And Eric Longmire goes over the 400-yard mark with that throw at 4:02. We're going to send Boone in motion. We're going to blocker. And a big throw to King Flint. 37-yard reception. 8th reception. 142 yards. King Flint's been getting a lot of these big 30, 40-yard catches. He's been beating his man on the one-on-ones on the end.
Yeah, Flint, he's been getting them big catches tonight. I mean, he's beating his man, and that's given Longarmer an open receiver to go to. So
there's the read option by Eric Longarmer for about a 13-yard game. He's had 8 rushes for 29 yards. Kind of forgotten he's ran the ball that much, but they've been running some read option type plays. UCF's going to be in a shotgun. They're going to send Boone in motion. Got plenty of time. He's going to throw it to the wide open man and get a 3-yard reception. And like we said all night, if it's there and it's a positive game, just take what the defense gives you. No need to force the football.
Yeah, and I would like, like I said, I would like to see some more running by DJ Boone, to run this clock out. But UCF, they're keeping the foot to the pedal. I mean, they said, we're gonna run this up.
Yeah, they're gonna run with what works, and there's a good throw to King Flint, 8-yard reception, 4th touchdown for Eric Longarmer. I think this is King Flint's 2nd reception or receiving touchdown. 7 plays, 69 yards, minute 32, and pending the extra point. UCF with 58, Maryland with 13, with just over 5 minutes left in the football game.
Yeah, and that touchdown pass, that put Longarmer up to 450 yards passing as well.
And Casey Kane there with a 24-yard return. As you can see from the highlights, the story of the night has been Longarmer with the long arm, throwing those bombs and throwing the ball around, even with the wet weather here in Maryland. And Terrapin's turnovers and struggles on offense. Maryland here, shotgun set. Mari Daniels going to step up, throw a 7-yard reception to Cookie Cutter. and we'll see if they can get going here. I definitely see if they can get some points on the board, get the score a little more respectable.
Yeah, get a little bit more, respectable. Daniels, he has not had a bad night. The only thing that has got Daniels down really is the pressure on him, and I believe he's thrown 2 or 3 picks tonight. So that's also been a factor in this offense for Maryland as well.
Definitely, there's a 4 or 5 yard rush by Daniels and a good tackle by Malcolm Ali. We're going to go into a shotgun set with Amari Daniels. He's got time. He's going to throw it. And it looks like Cookie Cutter again with an 8-yard reception. They're starting to use Cookie Cutter in the receiving game. UCF's decided to, give them 5 to 7 yard plays and just completely defend the long plays, which is fine. With that score, they're not too worried about the short game right now. 2nd and 2. We're going to go into a shotgun set. Daniels got the ball. He's going to sidestep in the pocket, and he's going to throw a great throw to Ty Bays. 21-yard reception, his 6th catch, 69 yards of the game. Been seeing Ty Bays a little bit, run a nice little route right there, cut back on the defender, and a great ball placement by Amari Daniels. And like you were saying, Amari hasn't played too bad of a game. A lot of his turnovers have been pressure-induced, not really completely his fault. Daniels here in shotgun. Looks like he's got time, and makes a good throw to Gunnar Gunnarsson for a 1-yard reception.
Yeah, like I was saying, Daniels, he has not played bad tonight. It's just the UCF defense has gotten pressure on him, and his I think all of his interceptions that he has tonight, I think which is he's 3, have been pressure induced. The pressure caused those interceptions, and so I mean he hasn't played bad, but it's been a great night for the UCF defense.
And there's a throw off his back foot, intercepted by Percy Cooper Jr. First interception of the night for him. 4th interception by Amari Daniels. And like we were saying, pressure kills. And a little bit of throw off his back foot. I guess he was trying to do that to escape a little bit of pressure. But UCF in a shotgun set with Long Armor. And Long Armor's got plenty of time. He's going to throw the ball away, it looks like. 45 for 60, 450, 4 TDs and interception. Thing I noticed about Long Armor is if it's not there, he just throws it away. And he's making all the right decisions tonight. Not a whole lot of bad decisions I've seen. I'm going to send Boone in motion. He's going to throw a 16-yard reception to Spooky Willows. He's over the century mark tonight. 13 receptions, and I think you said it earlier. I think a lot of the UCF receivers they've all had good nights. He's been spreading the football around.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, 3 of the UCF receivers are now over 100 yards for tonight.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. We're on a pistol. We're going to hand the ball off to DJ Boone for a 2-yard run. I think it was his 12th rush of the night. I forget he's got 2 TDs in the running game. There's Kason Kane with his 11th tackle of the night. Total yards, UCF with 536, and Maryland's at the 300 mark. UCF's going to run this clock down in pistol formation. It's going to hand the ball off to DJ Boone for about a 6 or 7 yard carry. I think UCF's finally going into running mode here. They're going to run some time off the clock. I know they're in a shotgun formation here. Looks like we're gonna. Yeah, it looks like UCF's gonna run some clock. They're gonna fake hike, see if they can get Maryland offside, see if they can get the first down for free. They're gonna run this clock down.
Yeah, UCF's going into the killing the clock mode now. That was a great stop by Maryland right there, though.
There's a 3-yard loss, and there's a good tackle by Jace Copeland, his 3rd tackle for loss of the night. Next game up is Arizona State at North Dakota State at 8:30 Eastern. Did you have any opinions about that game tonight?
Who was it again?
It's North Dakota State and Arizona State is the next game. Who did you have them in the pick'em or for your predictions?
That is going to be a good game for my pick'ems. Although I did pick North Dakota State.
I believe I had Arizona State this week. I kind of had the upset. We'll see how it goes, but definitely should be a good game later tonight.
And that was, I believe, that punt right there pinned Maryland deep.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a good punt. You see the UCF coaches; they're happy. He definitely can be ecstatic with a 58-13 lead. There's the UCF Knights pressure: 20 hurries, 2 knockdowns, 5 sacks. We were talking about 5 sacks, and it was the hurries. Like we've been saying, UCF's defense, that pressure on Daniels has caused a lot of these turnovers and a lot of these mistakes from this young quarterback. Going to be in a shotgun set. He's got time, and he's going to make a 3-yard completion to Cookie Cutter, 10th catch of the night.
Yeah, 20 hurries. That is crazy. I mean, that tells you that your defense is doing what they're supposed to be doing and getting pressure on the quarterback. And the score. I mean, the score is their UCS offense has been clicking all night long, but their defense is a big part of that because their defense is getting turnovers. They're getting sacks. Getting great field position all night long. So, their hats off to the UCF defense tonight for sure.
Definitely. Here we're in a shotgun set. Daniels immediately gets sacked. It's the 6th sack of the night for the UCF Knights and 2nd sack of the night for Styles Stern. Like we said earlier, that defensive pressure has been a problem. And we had up to 6 sacks total for the night, and now Maryland's going to be punting as far back as you can possibly punt. About to kick off, and UCF's going to return this from about the 42, and he's going to get it to about the 27, 26-yard line there.
Yeah, I just see UCF coming out and going in victory formation here.
Yeah, that would be my expectation as well. King Flint, 9 receptions, 150 yards, and 2 TDs. Definitely can't say he didn't have a good night as a receiver. And it looks like they're running pistol. I think they're going to run the ball to Boone. 6-yard rush. Good defense right there by Maryland Terrapins, and a good tackle for loss for Casey Kane, who's had a good night tonight. And that'll be all here in Maryland. The score is going to be UCF Knights 58, Maryland 13 as the UCF Knights celebrate the game. Eric Longarmer with 46 for 61, 466 yards, and 4 TDs. Player of the game, well deserved. Hopefully, UCF had a great game. Going in up the standings, and Maryland, don't be down on yourselves. You have a great team. Just got to figure out your game plan and get going. You have any thoughts, Blake?
No. UCF, they played a great game, and their defense come out, and their defense did what they were supposed to do. Getting turnovers and getting pressure on the quarterback. If you're Maryland, you can't hang your head about that. UCF is a great team. And unfortunately tonight was not Maryland's night, but Maryland, they do have a good team, and I believe they'll bounce back next week.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We got North Dakota State versus Arizona State coming up. This is Jairus Mui signing off with Blake Grant, and this is the ECFL. And hope you guys join us for tonight's next game.
Peace.